everybody, it's Alyce-Kay Ruckelshaus with Threshold of Hineni, and I just wanted to add some decorations to the pockets that we already did and show you one more kind of wraparound pocket. So this is going to be hopefully not too long. Okay, so because this is the first page, I really wanted to add some stuff to that pocket that we did, this wraparound pocket that goes all the way across the front and back pages like that. I did go ahead and ink up the top here. I just took my ink blender and just went like that all the way along the top. And I want to add some lace. I don't want to cover up the snail at all though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the lace hanging down from the bottom, and I have this really wide lace there. I was going to cut it down the middle, which is how I use it a lot of the times, but I kind of like the idea of folding it over and just using it along the bottom like this. So this will stick out the bottom of the book. Isn't that pretty? So, and it kind of looks like the snail's kind of walking on that, or what does he do? Slime. He's sliming on it. So we'll see how this works. If I was really smart, I would probably go to my ironing board and press this lace in half, but I'm not going to because I'm not that smart. And I'm a little lazy. So I'm just going to do it this way. I want to get it right on the edge. So I'm going to turn my sewing machine a little slower, so I have just a little bit more control, so I can keep it right on the edge, because it's not going to want to do that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn my speed down a little bit, and I'm going to do it right on the very edge of this thing, because I don't want to cover it, the poor little snail. That's too slow. There we go. And remember, this is not the front cover. We haven't made our cover yet. This is just the first page of the journal. Okay, so that's working really well. Okay, so we've got a nice piece of lace to hang down from the bottom there. That'll hang out from under the cover really nicely. And I probably should have had it go all the way to the edge here, but I can put something else in the corner later on if I want to. Oops. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this all back. All right, so that's what the front page looks like. And our back page with that lace hanging down, which is really nice. Okay, the other thing was that I had said that I would probably decorate. I have to find the other pocket that we did, the other wraparound pocket that we did last time. Here it is. And as I was looking in my drawer for something else, I saw these cool Tim Holtz butterflies. So I think I'm going to use one of those right here, because it really fits with the whole autumn garden thing. I have flowers in here and butterflies, but I think I want a butterfly, which of course they're all down at the very bottom. I don't want to pull everything out of the bag, because that's a big mess. That's too big. Okay, so let's see if we can find something from this. Ooh, I wouldn't have gone for green, but I like that. But I think that I like orange or brown better. Okay, so I'm just trying out, oh, I like that one, or that. That's really pretty. And you know what, I think maybe I will use some flowers with it, so so the butterfly has something that it's on. These are summer flowers, but that's pretty, isn't it? I like that. Or maybe a smaller one. Let's see. Go for something smaller. No, that would be this way. We would have to face that direction. That's way too big. Okay, yeah, we're going to go with that one. And we're just going to glue them on. I do want to distress them because it's got that white all around the edges, and I really don't want white. So I'm going to go ahead and just lightly distress the edges here. See what a difference that makes? Okay. I don't want any of this stark white here because I really want this to be like a brown journal. Okay, There we go. So we've got our butterfly, and then there's lots of white on this. So we want to, I'm going to go around the edges, and I'm also going to go over the top a little bit just to age it a bit. Okay. Oops, that part comes out. There we go. That's nice. Rubbing some of this on it. You can use this distressing ink in so many different ways. It's really nice. Okay, let's get it all the way around the edge here. I think I'm going to distress that paper, the pocket, a little bit too before I put this on it. The distressing ink around the edges also just makes it stand out from the paper a little bit more. Okay, so let's just very lightly brush it, and I'm not brushing all of it. I don't want it even. I want it to look like it's aged. Okay, does this side need some? Yeah, it's a little white. I really like that bird. Okay, so then we'll just glue these on. Where's my glue? I'm getting buried here. I need to I've been saying this for months. I need to clean my desk really badly. I need to clean my whole craft room really, really badly. Okay, so we want to put glue, we want it to come close to the edges. I mean, it's going to squish out when I press it down, so I don't have to have it like right up to the edges, but I want it to be over the whole thing so it'll hold it all in place. It's really hard not to get it on your fingers when you're doing something like this. Okay. I'm not too worried about it beading or anything because it's a tuck, so you're not going to be writing on the other side of this paper. I need one of my little face wipe thingies here. Okay, get that glue taken care of. I'm getting some of the distressing ink on the face pad, but it's not all coming off, so that's good. Okay, and then I want to put my butterfly over the flower just slightly here. Where exactly do I want to put it? Like here, I think. Okay. So we'll get most of this, and I'm going to hold this. Ugh, I just got it on my finger. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling. I'm sorry, I wasn't really thinking. I talk to myself so much now that Bill's gone. I talk to myself or to my animals. And of course I don't need to talk really loud to do that. So now sometimes when I'm recording, I forget to speak up because I'm so used to mumbling to myself. I'm going a little crazy, you know? Okay. Y'all didn't need to know that, did you? But you guys could all worry about me. Okay, so we've got that. That's done. That looks a lot better, doesn't it? And I love that background. That paper's for the background. Okay, so one more kind of wraparound pocket that we're going to do that's really fun. I think I'm going to use this paper. I need to push the sewing machine back. Let's get rid of this for a moment. Well, no, we've got to decide what page we want it on. Okay, so this is going to go, we'll find a page that doesn't have anything on the bottom of it and doesn't have anything on either side. This is one that you might actually want to do first thing before you start doing others, because once you start, oh, see, this has something on the other side. Once you start putting stuff in, then you're going to really limit where you can put this. So I'm looking for a page that doesn't have anything on either side. Okay, that's a possibility, except that we've got the Christmas stuff there, but we can come back to that if we don't have something else that we can use. Okay, this is, nope, that's got something on that side. Yeah, I think it's going to have to be that one that has the Christmas stuff, but this looks pretty with the Christmas stuff. Okay, so we're going to look for that page again. Was it this one? Yep. Okay, pull this out. Okay, and you'll see what I mean about what we were looking for in a moment. Okay, so what we want is to, this paper isn't as white, I mean it's whiter than the page, so we're going to have to figure out what exactly we want to use. This is going to go across both sides, so it's going to be the front and the back, plus it's going to tuck under. Okay, so we want to use the top part. I think we want our pocket to be about 2.5 inches. So we're going to cut a piece that's 5 inches tall. And I purposely picked something that's going to look okay upside down too. Okay, and you'll see why. Okay, so we went 5 inches. And of course we're going to have to cut off some of this because it's too wide. So let's get our piece of paper here. And we've got the ribbon, but I think we're going to go over the ribbon. So now, what do I want to sacrifice? I like this. This I don't care about as much, so we're going to sacrifice that. Okay, so this is, we need to pull the arm out to get it wide enough. Okay, this is lining it up with the edge here. It is 9 3/8 inches wide. Okay, so 9 3/8 inches, almost 10. Is that right? No, it's not that wide. Oh, 9 3/8 inches, not 7/8 inches. 9 3/8 inches. Yes, 9 3/8 inches. Okay, had the right amount, just wasn't putting my paper in the right place. Okay, there we go. This goes into my Franken paper, and I can close this up and put it away. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of thinking ahead here. This paper goes this way. This is the top. It is too wide. Okay, we still need to cut off just a little bit more. Okay, that can go in with the Franken paper too. It's all very useful. And it's all good. We don't waste anything with junk journals. Okay, so, all right, so this is the page that's closer to the front. So that's what I want to think about here. Okay, so I'm going to, now I cut it a little bit too much. That's funny. Okay, I'm going to fold this in half, and it's going to wrap over the bottom. So this is actually giving us pockets on 4 pages, okay? Because when it's closed, it'll be a pocket here, a pocket here, a pocket here, and a pocket here. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now let's think about what we want to do as far as decorating it, what we need to do before we sew it onto the page. What do I want to do? I think I want some lace on this. Yeah. Definitely want some lace. Do I want it up like that? Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to cut 2 pieces because I'm going to do it on the front and the back. So 2 pieces of lace. I forgot to look at the time again. Ugh, I always forget. Hopefully this won't cut me off. I think I'm okay. If it does, I'll link the second part down in the description box. Should always check my description box because sometimes I think of things afterwards that I should have told you, and I put that in the description box. Okay, so I'm going to sew this like this at the top and the bottom. I'm going to zigzag it on so that that's how my pocket will look. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and then I'm going to also, well, I don't need to zigzag on the sides because I'll zigzag it when I sew it on. I think I want to distress the top and the sides and the crease first. Now I don't need to worry about this stuff inside. That's going to be inside the pocket. That's not going to show. Okay, so I'm going to go along the edge here, along the bottom. See if I can see the time on here at all. No, I can't. It's so hard for me to see the time on my camera. I really need to check my clock first. So I'm coming up on 6 months since Bill was killed in his accident, and planning to go up to the site of the accident. My best friend has agreed to go with me. That's not really something I want to do by myself. Might not even be safe to do by myself because I'm not sure how I'll feel about driving home. So it'll be good to have her along, and it'll just be good to have her along just to talk too, because I think I need to talk through it. But he was killed a little over 2 hours from home, so it's not like I can go up there all the time. And so I wanted to do that for the 6-month anniversary. I miss him a lot, obviously. But last week, you know, ever since he died, I've been saying yes to God about living. Because it's clear that God wanted me to live, because I was supposed to go with him. But at the last minute, we had some things happen that made it so I had to stay home. And so, you know, it's clear that God wanted me to live. So I've been saying yes to God, but not happy about it, not wanting to live, you know, and you can't make yourself feel something. So, this last week, for the first time, I actually started to feel like I wanted to live. So that's good. Not every day, but some days, and I think it'll probably be more and more often, I hope. Okay, so I'm going to zigzag this on. I've got some of it, since it's a really wide lace, I've got some on the top and some up at above the top. And I've got it on zigzag. And I can go faster for this, because I'm not just barely getting it on there like I was with the other. Okay, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, so that'll be the top on the other side of the page. Okay. So when you do these wraparound pockets, you know, I did 2 of them in the other, 2 different kinds in the last video. But these wraparound pockets, you kind of kill a lot of birds with one stone. And they're just, you know, they're pretty. They're pretty, they're easy. They're just really nice to do, and they make nice big pockets too. Oh, I should have kept my sewing machine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's see, how did I decide I wanted it like this? Okay, so we've got the bottom of the page here, so I'm going to put that in the crease there, like that. Okay, and then we'll, you know, I don't think that's even, which doesn't normally matter, but for something like this, it kind of, oh gosh, yes, that's really bad. Okay, let's cut the edge here. Because we kind of need this to be even all the way along the bottom for this kind of pocket. Just doesn't work very well if it's not. Okay. Okay, it's not going to cut over that ribbon, so I'll have to do that with the scissors. I'm not sure if I may have to use the fabric scissors for the ribbon, even though it's got some paper in there. Okay, there we go. Now that should be better. Let's check and see. I'm going to save that for my Franken paper. Do I need to do another video on Franken paper? I'm not really sure. Why don't you guys let me know? Okay, let's make sure that this is the same, at least relatively close to the same. Yes. Okay, that's good. So then we don't end up with a lopsided pocket. Okay, so I want to make sure that this is right side up. All right, and this is the one that's closest to the front of the page of the book, so I really want my nicest one there. So we're going to do it like this and stick it inside so that the bottom of the paper is right along the crease like that. And I really could have gotten away with not trimming that. I could have just, like, you know, moved the pocket however much I needed to, but it's just, it's easier this way. Okay, so we've got that right. Okay, so now what we want to do is we are going to sew on the 2 sides. Okay, now we don't have to sew on the bottom, but I think I'll probably also sew on the bottom, but I want to do the sides first. Okay. So again, I'm zigzagging. I'm making sure that that's pushed down into thing. Probably should have looked at the other side to make sure I was happy with it, but hey, we're living dangerously. And again, that center is going to get caught in the binding, so I don't need to sew it down. It'll get held down with the binding when I bind the book, when I bind the cover onto the book. Okay. All right, so I'm going to crease it. Come on there. It does make for kind of a thick bottom, which is nice. Okay, then we're going to put this around this part and put it in the book. So we've got it. This is how it looks in the book. Just a second. Okay, it looks like this. We flip it and it's on this page too. And then we flip back through the book to that page. Where is it? I lost it, you guys. It's gone. There it is. Okay, so we flip back to the pages, so it's back here. That looks really nice with the Christmas stuff, I think, with these colors. And then we've got it on here too. So that's really pretty. So we've got 3 different kinds of wraparound pockets. We've got the one that we did on the front here that wrapped just around this part. Okay, we've got the wraparound pocket that we just did that wraps all the way over to the other side on the bottom, and we've got the wraparound pocket that we actually decided to use as a tuck instead of a pocket, but you could do it as a pocket, and it goes on both sides, and we decorated this one with that. So that's pretty good, and we're coming along really nicely with this. We're going to add some envelopes next, I think, maybe some belly bands soon, and we have a bunch of other things to add to. And then after we're done with all that, we will decorate and add our prompts, and then we will we may decorate and add the prompts after the cover. I'm not sure. Just depends on how anxious I am to get the cover on. All right, I love you all. I will talk to you later. Bye bye.